There we go. I apologize. Okay, so we'll go back. So you can see it's going to list all of the contact information that should have come over, but if it's not there, make sure you populate that. Emergency information, the secondary family information, and then enrollment. You're going to pick the club. The projects are going to be over here, so you'll get a drop-down list of projects. We'll talk about that here in just a second. About you, so the demographic information. There'll be a screen to choose the child's school. So all the way through. What's interesting, you'll see health form. So what's different, a big difference in the new 4HOnline 2.0 is that it will have this health form on here that was not on 4HOnline before. The nice thing about this will be for leaders, will have allergy information, that sort of thing that they'll be able to access for club meetings and that sort of thing. But also this form's already going to be in here when we do things like camp or any of the state activities that occur overnight, so that you won't have to fill out another form. You just update it every year. Of course, if major things change through the current year, you can update it then too. So that's kind of nice. Then it'll go to an invoice. You can see it brings up how much you're going to pay, and you can choose to pay by credit card or by check. Let's see, the problem is questions. Whoops. Oh, I don't know what that did. On the invoice, I wanted to show them what this looked like. So I'm wondering, Emily, is there a way for me to start over with this? Can we, so I can show them? Okay, I'm gonna go back here. What I'll do is I'll show you the volunteer enrollment, and it's very similar to the student enrollment. Okay, so this is going to happen if you're a volunteer, if you're an adult volunteer, and you did not have a birth date in the original version. It wasn't required in the original version. It is now in 2.0. You'll probably come up with this member does not meet age requirements for the program. So we're going to have to fix that from our end. So I don't know, Emily, if you can fix that very quickly on mine.
Yeah.
I will. In the chat box, I'll give you my birth date, Emily. Okay. The thing I think that people will find with the new system is it's much cleaner. Everything, you don't have to have several tabs that you're dealing with. You roll pretty smoothly from each page. So you're not having to tab around to a bunch of different things. We've streamlined somewhat. The state has worked really hard in the past month and a half on streamlining the list of projects available too. So there will be some questions, I'm certain, on the project list. If you absolutely don't see something that you're looking for, let us know. But for instance, arts and crafts captures a lot of things. So you won't see fine arts listed separately. You will just sign up for arts and crafts, and then when it comes time, closer to fair, to enter things into fair entry, then that's when you'll choose the specific arts and crafts that you'll be bringing. So it's a lot more streamlined. There's going to be a shorter list of projects to choose from, but those projects are a little more broad. And you'll just sign up for the more broad project. And then at fair entry time, we'll be a little more specific on what you're bringing. As the development begins or continues on 4-H Online, you will see buttons probably over here on the left is where I'm guessing they'll go, that will connect directly to fair entry. So you won't have to go to separate sites. You'll be able to access fair entry right from 4-H Online. It'll be a lot more simple, a lot less confusing to people. Okay, so I'm still not in on age. Okay. Reload the page. Okay, I can do that. Okay. Aha. So there we go. So when you click now, so Emily has fixed my birth date issue. So remember, if that comes up red as you are age ineligible as an adult volunteer, contact Emily and she will get that fixed for you. So Emily, you might want to drop in your email address in the comments somewhere so people have that. Okay, so I'm going to enroll. Okay, so this is going to be very similar to what you see on a member page. So as a volunteer, I'm going to select volunteer type, and I'm going to put, here we'll go project volunteer for me, and we'll add that. And I'm going to select projects. So this is where I said, whoops, select projects, because I want to be able to show you the drop-down list on projects. We'll see if as a volunteer it shows them all. Okay. Okay, great, it does. All right, so when you're looking through projects, for instance, you'll see all of these listed here. Animal posters, so you will just add animal posters. They're not going to be broken down necessarily into each animal poster. If you sign up under animal posters, when it comes time to do fair entry, you can take all the different animal posters if you'd like. The rabbit poster, horse poster, all of those things. But you only have to sign up in 4-H Online initially under the one. So that makes it a lot easier. Same for arts and crafts. I talked about that one already as well. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, because this was a question earlier when the leaders were in. So ATV safety and operator skills is listed here because these are populated with all the state projects. And as you know, we have not in the past had ATV safety and operator skills as a project in Owen County. I am happy. I've been working on this week. I do have some volunteers that are going to get trained. So we are going to offer ATV safety this year. So it'll be brand new, and I hope that we get some people interested. I think the great thing about that is going to be our county has recently amended their ordinance on ATVs on public roads. And so this is a really pertinent topic right now in Owen County. So I think for youth, to take this project and begin to learn more about ATV safety, that's a very usable skill right now here. So yes, we are going to be able to offer ATV. I think this is the first I've said to anyone about that, but that's pretty exciting. Okay, so all of the things are listed here. Bicycle, for instance, I believe we've got bicycle rodeo under our project aliases in the member section, so that will be there. But you can see all of these, and you would just add some different things. I'm going to add leadership as my project, for instance. Okay, just to pick one. Okay, so next, you're going to show questions. The youth members will have the same thing. They'll have questions very similar. So you're going to do this, and I'm going to put in, whoops. And I'm going to put, but you can see here, these are not required fields. The required fields will have a red required next to them. These are simply if you want to add in the extra information. So residence requirement, same thing on a youth enrollment. So I'm going to put farm for mine. Ethnicities required. It should already be pre-populated. It would have brought that over from the original 4HOnline. If it's not, please mark it. Emergency contact is required. So you would put that there. And that will be the same on a youth. I'm going to just, for now, put that in. I'll change it later. You'll see there's a place for a second emergency contact, but not required. Military information is required. So if there's not anyone in your family serving in the military, that first choice. Otherwise, there is a drop-down menu you can choose from. All right, and then you would click next. So consent's going to be very similar to what the youth will have. For adults, you'll have the adult behavioral expectations. There's also consents there for youth, so be sure to scroll through those. Okay, so adult volunteers are going to need to agree to all of these. I certify I'm in compliance. Okay. And then, so when it asks for signature, you just type in your name. Now on the youth registrations, it will require a youth and a parent guardian. And then you click read and complete. Okay, so here's my enrollment. So I'm going to submit that, right? Confirm the submission. Okay, so for adult volunteers, then after you submit your registration, there is a required training. However, there's still a glitch in the Flash player on that. So you don't need to do that right now. We'll do that later, and it will remain in progress, your enrollment, until we get that, until state office gets that fixed. So you can just click back to member list and take a look here. You can see on my enrollment, I have not submitted the full enrollment yet. I've got trainings to do. And so when that's ready, I'll go back and take that. Okay, so, aha, you fixed that so I can get in here, I think. I still, yes, okay. So for a youth, so we're gonna go back to Lucas and show a youth enrollment from the beginning. Okay, so here is where you're going to choose club. So you can select units here. I had already selected fishing team for Lucas because my kids are in fishing team. Okay, so she shows there, and I'll go next. And I just popped in a couple of projects for Lucas. I'll get with him to see what other things, if any, he wants to add in here. But again, here's the project list. So you'll come down here and you can just scroll through. Let me get this out of the way. Scroll through the project list. So you can see we do have some of the animal posters listed specifically because those are our own project aliases. If you don't see it listed here, if you don't see, let's see, what's one that's not here? Dog, for instance. You want to do a dog poster. Just sign up under animal posters, right? So you would do that. And then the same down here, arts and crafts, ceramics, construction, craft, gift wrapping. We've added in some of our project aliases because those are county only, but all of the state ones are under just the general umbrella of arts and crafts. So fine arts is up there. Basic crafts is going to be there. You'll just sign up for the one, and then you can, closer to fair, when we go into fair entry, be more specific. Okay, I already talked a little bit about ATV safety. That will be there. Yay! All of these others. So civic engagement. So civic engagement, if you are signing up for citizenship, that's where this will go, where we've made the title consistent with the state title now. So if you have taken citizenship and you want to continue taking citizenship, we're now putting that under civic engagement. Okay, collection and hobbies. So if there's any kind of the collection and hobbies, it's another broad category. So it's going to go here, collections and hobbies. You can see we put go hunting and my hobbies as a county project alias, but any of the other collection and hobby projects will go under this broad umbrella. Communications is the same way. Demonstration, action demonstration, speech, all will be just under the umbrella of communications. Creative writing, we created the project alias here under communications because there was not another good place to put it. I think that's probably the best, and it's a county only project. So that's why it has the alias there. Go through some more of these. So again, if you want to do just the dog poster and not the dog, not showing a dog, make sure you sign up under animal posters, not dog, okay? Emily, is there anything else I need to mention about the project list while we're here? Okay. All right, so you can see too, we put, so photography is under, outdoor photography goes under the larger umbrella of photography, but we made the project alias there because it is a county only project. So it is still going to be two separate for us. And I kept it that way. I was actually asked by a state office if that was necessary. But here in Owen County, outdoor photography is a very popular project, and there are distinct differences in the regular photography and the outdoor photography. So some, especially new families, may not know those differences, but outdoor photography focuses more on a theme and more on how that poster is put together around their theme. Whereas the photography project, which is a state project, focuses more on the skills of the photographer. So the lighting, this, you know, all of the things, the settings on your camera, those kinds of things, the technical aspects are going to be more important in the photography project, the one that's a state fair project, as opposed to the outdoor photography. Doesn't mean it's not important in outdoor photography, it's just more that's more about putting together a nice theme in photography. Okay, so sewing and sewing non-wearable and wearable, two things there. And then all of the shooting sports are here. And I mentioned that all of the state projects are listed here, and we may go in and hide some of these. We just don't have that capability yet. We will, because we don't offer all of these in Owen County. So if you have a question, if you see something that's here that's never been here before, ask us about it. The only one I'm adding this year is ATV, as far as something new. So for instance, what did I see? A zero-turn mower. We've never had that. If you're interested in that, let me know, and we might talk about that and see what we can do there. But we've never offered that before in Owen County, but it is a state project. So if you're interested in it, let me know. And then some of these are state-supported curriculums and are considered a project, but don't necessarily exhibit, right? So what would be a good example of that? Well, a good example is the Civic Engagement, because that's not a state fair project. It never has been, but it is a state-supported curriculum, and we just happen to have a project at the local level that we do exhibit. I'm trying to see if there's another better example of that. Okay, leadership. So there's junior leaders, which is the junior leader project and the club that gets together and does a lot of community service. Leadership itself is not necessarily an exhibit project, but it's something that you can work in. So if you were interested in the peer mentor program, that kind of thing, that would fit there. Okay. Just trying to see it. I thought there was another one I was going to mention about that, but that's okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead. I've already got projects picked there, so we're going to go next. Here are the questions for members. So you can see all the required spots. Make sure those are filled in. Anything that doesn't have the red required is you don't have to have that to register. Of course, the more information you provide, the easier it's going to be to get a hold of you if we need to, or that kind of thing. Okay, here I wanted to show you this. So there are two clicks you can choose from on choosing the school. Most of you, not all of you, are going to fall here. You're going to click this box. You're going to pick what county you live in, because we do have some members, or I'm sorry, what county your school is in. So we do have some members that live in Owen County, but their school is in Putnam County. So that would be Cloverdale kids. So we do have some kids who live in Owen County, but go to school in Greene County. So you would pick the county that your school is in, and then pick what school district you're in. So most kids, the majority of you are Spencer-Owen Community Schools. However, it could be, if you click private schools, you'll see the other options that pop up under that. So if you're a homeschool student, if you go to Seven Oaks, for instance, that'd be an out-of-county charter school. If you, like I already said, homeschool, if there's any other private things, you would pick one of those, right? But Lucas is in Spencer-Owen, so I'm going to do that, and he goes to Owen Valley Community High School. Okay. The military question, again, I already mentioned. Nobody in our family currently serving in the military, but there are other choices here, so you just need to answer that from the drop-down menu. Okay, here's the health form, right? So it just lists, there's a lot of allergy questions and different things that are helpful to know for club leaders and other project leaders. Any activities that you sign up for will already have the health form, so you won't have to keep filling those out for everything you do. Then I mentioned member and parent need to have their signature here. You click agree and next. Okay. Consents. So here's what the youth consents look like. The liability release needs to be clicked, member consent, parent statement, photo policy. Make sure that you click one of these to let us know, because I do use the photos a lot. You'll notice we put a lot of photos on social media, in our promotional materials, that sort of thing. So we need to have that permission to use your photo. And then the two signatures at the bottom again. Okay, here's what I really wanted to show you. Thank you. Okay, so there are two payment options. So you're going to show payment option. So the first is if you want to pay by credit card. Okay, so if you're going to pay by credit card, you'll see right here there's no cards that I have included. But if I wanted to pay, I would say add card. It's going to take me to a different place so that I can input all that information. Okay, because this will verify the credit card. Okay, so I'm going to cancel because that's not what I want to do. So I'm going to go back. Okay, and it popped me all the way here, here, and then you can just click right through these instead of having to scroll all the way to the bottom. Okay, so payment option. So if you're going to pay by check, so you don't want to pay by credit card, you need to pay by check. You're going to do this one here. Payment for this invoice will be collected by Owen County. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to confirm that. So I've selected non-electronic payment, right? And you'll need to come in and get us a check. So I believe we're going to change the wording on that so it's a little more clear, to give you clear instructions on what you need to do. So you'll either need to mail us a check or come in person with a check or cash. I would not mail cash. So you can see over here, the enrollment fee for Indiana 4-H youth development is $15. The Owen County fee is $5, and that helps us provide the programming that we do here locally. So your total to be a member of 4-H in Owen County is $20. Okay, so that coupon code, we don't have any coupon codes active right now, but there may be times so that we might offer that, or we have donors that offer to pay. Okay, so then you're going to next. So this is really important. Don't stop there. Keep going. You need to submit. And then it goes back to the screen. And so you can see now enrollment is submitted, awaiting review. And we will review here in the office and either accept or pop it back to you. So if you remember back at the beginning, I couldn't get in and show you what I wanted to show you because I had already submitted Lucas's enrollment. And so what Emily did was deny the enrollment, pop it back to me so I could get back into it and then show you what I needed to show you. So for instance, if there's something that we need you to fix in your enrollment, there's something you didn't include that we need included, we're going to pop that back to you and have you finish what we need. So that goes through the things about enrollment, about using 4-HOnline 2.0. It is very user-friendly. Get in there, give it a try. If you have any questions, if you come up against some roadblocks, give us a call here in the office. But I think you'll find this is a lot easier to use than the previous version of 4-HOnline. And they're still working on some things. So there will still be some things that you're kind of like, the project list is a good example. There might be some projects there that we won't offer. So that's a very good example of things that we will still change. Another thing that will still change, there will eventually be buttons there to get you to fair entry, but we don't need fair entry yet. So that one is still being worked on. And then if you are an adult volunteer, the video training for the minors training is not up and running yet. So we can't complete adult registrations quite yet. Okay, Sunday, 2 o'clock, awards program at the fairgrounds. So make sure you come if you're expecting to get an award. We will have computers there. We'll have our change there to be able to make change so that we can take enrollments at the awards program. And I believe that council has agreed to waive the local $5 fee. So if you come on Sunday and enroll and pay that day, we can get you in for 15 instead of 20. So that's a little bit of an incentive to get enrolled right away. Come to the awards program, get enrolled for $15 for the 2020-2021 year. Oh, Emily, the other thing. So if there are, when does it kick in for multiple youth in one family? Is it after 3? So you pay for the first 3 and then after that, there's no charge? Okay, I think that's correct. So if you have 4 children in your family, you'll pay membership or pay the enrollment fee for the first 3. The 4th one will be free. So if you have 5, number 4 and 5, there will be no charge. Number 4, 5, 6, there will be no charge if you have 6 members in your family. So that's kind of nice because that helps those large families not have to pay quite so much. All right, I think, unless Emily, you have anything else I have completely forgotten, I think that goes through everything. So we are going to hop off here. This is going to be recorded. I'm probably going to go through and truncate the video, the parts where we were kind of fumbling to get the right screen. We'll cut that out. But then it will be recorded on Facebook for people to watch later, or for you to watch again if you have any questions. As always, if you get in here and you come up against something and you really aren't sure, give us a call, give us an email. We are here to answer your questions. Otherwise, I hope to see most of you on Sunday, 2 o'clock at the fairgrounds. Make sure to bring chairs and dress warmly. It's going to be a little bit chilly. So be there. We'll see you. Thanks. Bye-bye.